Welcome back, guys, for some more Pokemon Go. This video is going to be a little bit different, more of a news video than a gameplay video. As some of you may be aware, Niantic has tweeted out that they're going to be changing some of these bonuses that we have received over the last year and a half because of the global pandemic. Now, there has been an incredible amount of backlash because of this decision on Twitter. Most of you have probably seen a lot of this. Some of their decisions of late, well, just in general, aren't really the best decisions. They don't really seem to listen to what the community wants. But like I said, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I just want to go over what they've actually discussed, what they said that they are going to change, what is going to be staying the same, my opinions on it all, and yeah, just how this is going to impact us all when people in some parts of the world are still, in lockdowns. And I mean, it was only last week that the state that I live in was in lockdown. New South Wales, which is our neighboring state, is just going into lockdowns and stuff like that. And we're one of the lucky countries. We've had hardly any cases in comparison to other parts of the world. So yeah, this is going to impact other people more than some. So like I said, I just want to go over this, give you my opinions on it all. I'll put the link to the blog post that they posted in the description for you guys so you can read over it for yourselves. I'll post it up here on the screen as well for you guys so we can go through this together. One of the delights of Pokemon Go is finding Pokemon in the real world, walking around, discovering new places, meeting up with groups of friends to raid or battle together. At their core, all of Niantic games are built around the idea of exploration, exercise, and playing with friends. So as you can see, they're already sort of emphasizing the way that we're playing the game at the moment is not the way that we intended the game to be played. As we said last month, how we all play changed a lot in the past 15 months. With the onset of the global pandemic, we realized that we had to change the model of all of our games. We could no longer take going out and meeting people for granted. We learned a lot. Thank you for coming along with us as we continue to navigate through this together. Today, as some parts of the world are moving towards recovery, we're announcing new exploration bonuses that make it more rewarding to play outside are coming over the next several months, including bonuses for spinning Pokestops, playing at in-person raids, and getting in those steps, which doesn't make sense. Bonuses introduced last year that we plan to remove or change. Tested first here in the US and New Zealand, which is unfortunate for our friends across the ditch. They always seem to get the short end of the stick. They never get anything good, poor Kiwis. Followed by other countries and regions based on local conditions, which isn't a good thing given that local conditions can change at the drop of a hat. I mean, for instance, here in Victoria, we've had 4 lockdowns over the past year and a half. Like I said, it was only last week we were in lockdown. Now we're not. And people in New South Wales are now going into lockdown, and everybody else is, cutting them off from, traveling. So things change so rapidly. They can't just change this and just expect people to be like, okay, like a lot of people are going to be angry about this. And a lot of people are. Like I said, if you read the Twitter posts, there isn't a single person that's gone, hey, yeah, this is a good idea. Bonuses introduced last year that we are planning on keeping, including first catch of the day bonuses, Go Battle League and trainer battle requirements, and more. So it's good they're at least keeping some of the bonuses, especially the Battle League stuff. I think having a walking requirement for that in the first place was a silly thing, but yeah, this gives them an excuse to just forget that they actually did that in the first place. We'll only remove the temporary bonuses introduced last year after GoFest this year, starting in the US and New Zealand. We wanted to give you advanced heads up of what's coming and our thinking behind it, as we said last November. So they're trying to give us a reason why they're doing it. And I can understand why they're doing it. They want to get the game back to what it was. And I would like them to do that. I think most people would like the game to go back to what it was, but this isn't the right time. the world's just not ready for it right now. We're committed to doing this in a staggered way when it makes sense for each part of the world to help people play safe. As we return to the outside world again, these changes are aimed to restoring the focus of Pokemon Go on movement and exploration in the real world. These changes will be introduced slowly and carefully to make it more exciting to explore the world around you. So like I said, I can understand why they're doing it, but yeah, it's still not the right time. New exploration bonuses for playing together in the real world. Receive up to 2 free raid passes per day for spinning gym photo discs. Benefit from increased incense effectiveness while moving. Be guaranteed gifts when spinning Pokestops as long as they have not reached their maximum gift inventory. Receiving 10 times bonus XP for spinning Pokestops for the first time. So there's some nice bonuses, and they will be nice when they're warranted. These bonuses will end when the season of Discovery wraps up on the 1st of September. Some of these bonuses may stay rolling into the following season, and new bonuses will become available as well. We'll make these bonuses available in other countries and regions as it's safe to do so. We understand that every place is different. Rest assured, we will be monitoring the situation and activating appropriate bonuses when and where available. Because of this, trainers may experience different bonuses at different times. To see which exploration bonuses are available to you, check the Today view. See, again, that is really going to annoy people because some people are going to be really dirty that they don't have the bonuses that other people have. When you give stuff to some people and not other people, they get annoyed. Like, they get angry. It's just human nature. And they already get so much backlash from the community on all their social platforms. Why they do this type of stuff just to create more negativity in the community, I just don't understand. I mean, I understand why they're doing it, but I don't understand why they're doing it. Bonuses introduced last year that we plan to remove or change. So this is the bad one. Over the next few months, we are planning to remove or change some of the bonuses introduced last year. We will not make these changes until after GoFest, and we will remove them first as a test in the US and New Zealand starting at the end of July. We will remove or change them on a rolling basis in other countries and regions over time, and at that time introduce new exploration bonuses. So they're trying to compensate us in a way, but it's like, we're taking this away, but we're giving you something else as compensation. But I guarantee you the stuff that we're getting is going to be nothing like the stuff that they're going to be taking away. Over the past year, incense effectiveness was increased to attract Pokemon to you more frequently, even if you weren't able to leave home. After the changes, this effectiveness will be set to standard level when you are stationary, and increased effectiveness will kick in only when you are moving. So in essence, it's just going back to what it was before. Previously, your buddy Pokemon brought you more gifts each day, up to 5 gifts at once and up to 3 times a day. This was because we knew trainers were running low on supplies like Pokeballs and berries to help catch Pokemon. As we move to encourage trainers to play outside more, they can continue to receive supplies from spinning Pokestops. After the changes, the frequency of these gifts from buddy Pokemon will be reduced. Previously, Pokestop and gym interaction distances were increased to enable people to engage from further away. After this change, the distance will revert back to the standard distance when it makes sense in different places, though may be increased during future events as part of certain features. That's probably the biggest thing that is irritating people at the moment. People have got really accustomed to being able to interact with gyms and stops from a further distance. It's made it safer for some people to play. It's made it easier for people with disabilities to play the game. And just in general, it makes the game just a little bit more flexible, which is something I think they should be encouraging. Like I said, I don't mind them trying to bring back some of the stuff that we used to have, as long as it's, you know, a good time to do it. But stuff like this, they changed it and it was a good thing. So why change it back? It doesn't make sense. Remote raids have become an important part of the game this part year, and we're going to continue evolving them. Our intention is to find the right balance between remote play and in-person play, so stay tuned for more details in the coming months. Many of these in-person raid changes will be to prepare for the eventual return of EX raids, which is actually very surprising. I didn't think EX raids were going to be something that they did bring back, because they weren't the most popular of features in the game. They were a very exclusive sort of system. I mean, not an exclusive thing. I mean, most people, if not everybody, got an invite to an EX raid at some point. The fact that you had to be there at a specific time to do the raid is what made it difficult for a lot of people, because, you know, people work and go to school and a number of other things, just have, you know, lives in general. So that wasn't the best feature of the game, I don't think. And this was the perfect opportunity for them to just be like, all right, we'll just put a bow on that, put it in the archives, and that was something that used to be a feature of the game, like footsteps, and we just won't bring it back, sort of thing. We'll evolve the raids like they're sort of doing, like they said that they're going to do, a different way. So I don't know, I'm a bit up in the air about that one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind doing EX raids, but at the same time, I know that they're not the best feature of the game, and they could use a lot of work, and this could have been the time to actually do that. Bonuses introduced last year that we are planning on keeping. Some of the changes that we introduced in the past year resonated well with our trainers. Pretty much all of them. That's why we're here doing this video, to discuss why removing them is such a bad idea, and will provide continued value as countries and regions begin to open back up. These changes will remain as standard parts of the game for the foreseeable future, some of which were previously announced. Incense duration will remain at 60 minutes. No walking requirements for Go Battle League, which I think is one of the best things that they've decided to do. You can challenge any trainer remotely with a QR code, and the requirements to battle with friends remotely has been lowered to good friends. The maximum number of gifts you can carry in your bag at one time will remain at 20. Trainers will be able to open up 30 gifts per day, up from the previous 20. You will continue to receive 3 times the Stardust and XP for your first Pokemon catch of the day. So, some of those things that they're leaving are actually good, and I'm happy that they are leaving, but it's the things that they're taking away, which is the thing which is really going to annoy people. It's just not the time. Like I said, I'm happy that they're trying to get the game back to what it was, but it's just not the time. We're still in the middle of this pandemic. Like, there is still so much of the world which is still struggling so bad with it. Having some parts of the world which get to go back to normal, and then other parts which don't. I mean, yes, it's unfair on all of us. We have to sort of, you know, the people that do live in parts of the world which aren't suffering as bad have to sort of suffer along with those people that aren't. But it's unfair on those people that do live in those parts of the country if they don't get, you know, they're seeing us with all these bonuses and they don't get them as well. I just think everybody should get the bonuses until the world is back to a relatively normal sense, which I think is at least another year away at this point. So I don't know. I'd like to hear what you guys have to think about this. I have a feeling that the majority of people are going to be on the same page. I mean, I've seen it all over Twitter. Everybody just doesn't like what's going on. A lot of people share the same sentiment as me. They can see that the game, like Niantic, is trying to get the game back to what it was. The game was a very unique game. It was a great game. I can see why they want to get the game back to what it was. It brought people together. It was a great community building game. And since the start of that pandemic, that's changed. That's really ruined that. I mean, I've noticed that, especially here, living where I have. It has really destroyed our community in a sense. You know, we just don't see each other anymore. I haven't seen anybody from my community in probably a year now. Like, I may see them passing in a car or something like that, or yeah, that's about it these days. So yeah, I can understand why they want to get the game back to what it is, but that's just not the time. But that's my 2 cents on the subject. I just wanted to let you guys know how I feel about everything. So yeah, leave a comment down there. Let me know what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay safe. Happy hunting, and I'll see you guys in the next one.